Yeah, so all of that was shot with this little bad boy right here. I got this for my birthday, Christmas. I got it as a gift, and I'm telling you, I love it. It's my second GoPro, which is dope, and it's amazing. I'm gonna do a video about this sooner or later. At some point, I just gotta do all the little thingamajigs that I need to do with it. Take it, bash it, throw it, and all this other stuff. But today is not about this. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you are doing fine. I'm feeling great. Yes, I'm finally going on a trip, which brings me to the point of my video today. One of the things I do before I book a trip, like the instant I consider going somewhere, I think about the 5 W's. Yes, I know what you're saying. The 5 W's is not only for school, but it's to help you in life. So the first W that I think about before I book a trip is the why. Yes, you want to think about the why. Why you want to go to where you want to go to. And that why of why you're going to where you want to go to. Get that? Like the why? Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Anyway, so the why you go, why you want to go where you want to go, has to be important to you. Do you want to go somewhere because a family friend tell you about it? Do you want to go somewhere because you saw it on Instagram? Do you want to go somewhere because your auntie cousin Shirley lives there? It has to be important to you. It can't be important to anybody else. One of the biggest mistakes that I see all the time is that people take other people's why of why they like a place or why they go to a certain trip or a certain country, and they think, oh my god, it looks good on Instagram, so I'm gonna love it, I'm gonna like it. No. It has to be important to you. So your why has to be very strong. Which brings me to my next point. When are you going? What time of the year? Not only the month, the day, the season, but you also got to think about, is it going to be peak season or off-peak season to where you're going? Busy or is it going to be slow? So for those of you who don't know, like I didn't know, peak season is busy time. Peak season means that everything in that country, in that town, in that region is at the busiest. Museums are packed, bars are packed, restaurants are packed. That's peak season. Off-peak season is the opposite. Things are very much more lighter, everything is quieter. Both of them has their perks. Trust and believe, I will be doing a video on those, so stay tuned for that. The next W that you want to think about, number 3, is where. Not where you're going, but where you're staying in that particular region, city, state, or country. Now, do you want to stay in a busy area? Do you want to stay in a not so busy area? And you got to also think about what kind of person you are and why you're going to that particular time. It ties into everything. The where to me always helps me because I'm the kind of person, I don't really like it in a too busy area, so I always try to find a place that's slightly off the cuff. Where you stay, it's very important. We covered the why, we covered the when, we covered the where, and the next thing we're going to talk about is what. The 4th W is what. What's your budget? It's the one thing that people really don't like to talk about, but you have to consider it. You know what I mean? It's the one thing that when the bill shows up, everybody's like, yeah, you have to consider it. Are you gonna stay in a hotel? Are you gonna stay in an Airbnb? Like, what's your budget? I've found in my years of traveling that if you have a small budget, there's something for you. If you have a big budget, there's something for you. I've seen it time and time again that people don't think about their budget, then they overspend or they underspend and they have a miserable time. Yeah, it sucks. Being budget conscious when you travel, it's very, very, very vital, and it's helpful a lot. And the last and the final thing that I consider when I'm taking a trip, which also keeps me out of trouble, is who I'm going with. The who, that's very important. I can't begin to tell you how important that is. Are you gonna go by yourself or are you gonna go with someone? It's very important to make those decisions before you book a trip. Going on a trip with the wrong person could make or break your trip. And I was recently in Berlin with a friend, and we had the time of our lives. That was the first time for both of us, and we were pushing each other to do things that we wouldn't normally do. There have also been times when I've traveled by myself where I'm like, I know for a fact that if I was with someone else, certain things would have never happened. So I always consider who I'm going with. That would make or break my trip. That's very, very, very important. Just to run over everything again, the why. Why you're going to go, where you're going to go, and make sure it's important to you. The next thing is when. When are you going to go? Do you want to go during peak season or off peak season? And the next thing you want to do after you decide your when is where. Where you want to stay. What part of the town? Do you want to stay close to the museums? Do you want to stay close to the shopping malls? Or do you want to stay far away from everybody? The next thing to add to that is the what. What's your budget? What's your budget? That's very important. That's something you always want to keep in your head, because you might end up overspending. And last thing you want to do is be in a different country and not having enough money. And last but not least, on the topic of killjoy, is who you're traveling with. You don't want to travel with someone that's gonna take the fun out of your trip. Those are the 5 W's that you have to think about. If there's something that I didn't say, something that I didn't mention, or something that you consider while booking the trip, please by all means let me know. In the meanwhile, in between time, please subscribe, like, comment, turn on your notifications. Let me know what are the things that you consider before booking your trip. I'm gonna go play with that GoPro just a little bit more, check it out and examine it. Definitely already have my next trip booked, and I gotta go take that thing for walks, check out this museum footage, edit my museum footage. I want to put it on my computer. I've only been able to look at it on the GoPro. Travel safe, travel after.